Hello guys, so I figured I'd try to do a video. I haven't done one since I turned 28. Um I figured I'd try to do one, that's all. Um like I said, a lot of times my videos were just kind of plain Jane. No real topic, very philosophical. Oh, this is my dreams will come true someday if I put in the work. If I this will happen, and life is boring sometimes, but that's okay. But I have this dream and I have this exciting thing. Well, I feel like can actually bring a topic because sports have started back up, and I've always been passionate about sports, like a lot of people in this world. I'm not the only passionate sports fan out there, and you know, there's a lot of teams I like, but of course, since I'm always been a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I've always been, basketball. I've liked different teams, like I've liked the Dallas Mavericks. I've liked the Lakers. I've liked the Celtics. But basketball season hasn't even started yet. But um, what I want to say is that I can actually bring football into my videos now, at least. And yeah, I will say that it's been a weird year so far. It feels like it's barely started yet. We're only 2 weeks in, so it feels like the football season's very young. Um, Teams don't always have the groove the first couple weeks. You see blowouts, but you do see some close games. But like the Steelers, it looks like they just haven't found a groove yet. I mean, it's really that simple. I mean, yeah, defensively they played great Monday night. T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith just dominating. Gave the Steelers 2 touchdowns worth of points. Um, Everybody's saying about the offense, and I'm not going to say that they're not wrong, but I still do believe in Kenny Pickett, and I do believe they can get hot. It's just that it's. I feel like it could happen this coming week too against the Raiders, but it just people don't really believe yet, and I understand. I mean, it took us till the second half last year. I mean, the Steelers were sitting last year at 3-7 through 10 games. Tell me you believe they went 9-8 last year after starting 3-7. Winning 6 out of their last 7 games is remarkable. So last year, so I mean, it may take some time, and I don't think we're gonna have the same type of season. I really believe the Steelers could win 10 games, but they may or may not do that. But I really believe they still can. I'm not gonna judge this early on, but there's other teams like tonight. I'm going to be watching 49ers and Giants. And yeah, everybody's saying the Giants have no chance. I think they lost Saquon Barkley. 49ers have Brock Purdy, who's an all star quarterback that beat the heck out of us, the Steelers, last week. So I definitely think it's going to be a blowout type of game, 38-10 or whatever. Just something crazy out of here. 38-17. The Giants might get something going late. You know, I understand how when that happens, it's always weird when a team is being blown out. It seems like the defense plays different. It lets them do more dink and dunk stuff. But if it's a tight game, oh no. Yeah, that's another thing. The Steelers have to get a run game going too. So we'll see how all that pans out. But I think people need to be a little more patient with their favorite team, not just judge based exactly on the first 2 weeks. Week 3 is definitely a kind of a okay point, and then week 5 is like we have to have it by week 5. There's only 17 games. You gotta have it by the fifth game. You really do, or else if you're at the fifth week and you're an average 2-3, that's okay, but you really gotta say, okay, we really gotta have this by week 7 or week 9 if you're average, because then if you really want a chance at the playoffs by week like 9, you gotta be above average. Week 10, whatever, you gotta be way above average at that point if you really want to get a good playoff spot and not have to face the Kansas City Chiefs in the first round, which is, or whoever is dominating. I'm surprised at the Cowboys this year, although they did just lose a defensive player. I don't remember. Terrence Diggs was his name. So maybe I don't know. The Cowboys are going to be as dominant as people think, because they always tend to start out early and they love to blow out teams that are like way worse than them. So I don't know. I have no idea what the Cowboys are going to do, but they do look dominating. Them and the 49ers look dominating. You got to be surprised that the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow getting that massive contract and then only just being 0-2 again. It's weird. Same with Deshaun Watson. They paid him over 200 million, and he's not doing good now. You know, it's sad to see. I mean, yeah, they did lose Nick Chubb, but you know, Nick Chubb's was one of the best running backs, and now best running back in the league. So now they have to like think of something new of how to run their offense, which is tricky as they so. I mean, everybody in the league has their problems with injuries and stuff, and you know, an offense. The Steelers, it's the offense. You know, the teams, it's the defense, and the special teams, and everybody has their problems that have to be ironed out. Because now I think that what the problem is, the preseason's shorter, a lot less teams playing in the preseason, and blah blah blah. And now what happens is the first few weeks of the regular season, teams are just still finding their footing. So to be negative about like the Steelers or be negative about your favorite team right now is kind of too early to be that way, you know. So I would wait before you make till later, week 5, week 7, week 9. You know, those are the weeks you have to be like, okay, this is a real judgment of this team, and this is what they are, and this is what they're going to look like coming forward. So that's what I have to say about it, and we'll see how it goes. Adios.